Yo, Top Billin. All right, Top Billin. No film studies or none of that. We don't need none of that there. No time for a film study. Talking about this Florida Gators loss to the LSU Tigers. First and foremost, mad shouts to the LSU Tigers. Played a hell of a game. Your man Max Johnson looked the part for sure. And think about how many players they were down. Think about how many players they were down this entire season. See, there's a big difference between LSU to me and Florida right now. Your man Coach O is under the gun having to motivate players. You got players opting out left and right, players just straight up quitting. He's having to motivate these players, and of course they're coming from a disadvantage because they've lost so many games, but hey, he's still able to get the most out of what he does have, which is still fairly a talented yet inexperienced roster. So if you go to Florida, Dan Mullen, the hacker as I call him, right? I have to put this on the football guys. See, I'm a big stickler my whole life from a standpoint that I was told by old head a long time ago. They were like, the universe has a way of correcting itself. So it's something that stuck with me forever. And I'm like, man, how are you not going to play Kyle Pitts? You have to treat every single game like it's the Alabama game. You know why? You're not talented enough on defense, or you haven't played well enough on defense. May have to start questioning the talent of these guys, because eventually it goes to the point to where you overcome your coaching. If that is an L, you would overcome your coaching through your talent or through your hustle. You can't manufacture defense. You can manufacture offense. You can have some dude come with some type of weird scheme or something like that, and you can trick your way into scoring some points. You're not tricking anybody on defense. Defense is about hustle. Defense is about thinking. Is a thinking man's game. It's about effort, hustle, thinking, being accountable, and stuff like that. So you cannot do that. And if you know that you have an albatross on your team by the way of the defense, you know you cannot take any game lightly. How many times you guys sit up here and saw me in the comment section tell these people to stop talking to me about Alabama? Don't talk to me about Alabama. I was saying this for a reason. When you are defensively challenged, you have to treat every single game like it's the Alabama game. You can't look ahead. You just never know. I told you, eventually somebody's going to be able to kind of hamper the offense to where the defense has to step up. And can you count on the defense to do that? Like I said before, LSU's still a talented team. You're going to hold out Kyle Pitts? Why? Why? Somebody tell me why. He was banged up or nicked up. You got to get to the finish line. You can't approach it like you're already at the finish line when you still have a little ways to go. Even if it's one game, you play your best players, you ensure that you win, and then you let the chips fall where they may while you're in that game. It's just a one-game scenario by then. To me, that type of rhetoric reverberates through the entire team. If you thinking that, we can skate by. We don't have to play the best player in college football because this team is not capable of beating us. They're going to end up taking shit lightly as well because they're going to go by their head coach. They're going to go by their leader. You have to think. You have to be cognizant of stuff like that. Coach O is not going out like that. He can't. He probably not the best X's and O's guy, but he's going to be the best motivator. Dan Mullen is the best X's and O's guy. Where's the motivation at? Where's the motivation? You can't have these teams sneak up on you. You can't play with your food. You can't play down to the competition. Florida's too damn talented and to not be right now playing for a chance to go to the college football playoffs. I don't want to hear shit. Even if Florida does beat Alabama, I don't think it should go to the college football playoff with 2 losses. That's a bad loss just from the standpoint that you lost at home to an unranked team. You would have to let somebody else go, maybe A&M or somebody like that. That would be my thoughts on that, right? And that pains me to say. I said throughout the offseason how good I thought that Florida was going to be right? I did all these videos, did them on the offense, a ton on the offense, right? Remember, they were losing all these players and this and that, and people said, oh, Kyle Trask sucks. He's a game manager. They lost too many receivers. They're not going to be able to do anything on that. I was right in the mug, right? These guys were in the position, one game to go, to where they could play Alabama for a spot at the college football playoffs with one of the most efficient passing offenses in the entire country. Even in this damn loss, they still piled up nearly 600 yards of offense. And if you think about it logically, had they won this game, and I will get to the Marco Wilson thing here in a little bit, had they won this game, LSU had a great blueprint on how Florida could beat Alabama. I expect Alabama to beat Florida. It's a better team, better, well-rounded team. Do I think that Florida just laid down? Not by any stretch of the imagination, especially with Kyle Pitts playing. A matchup nightmare, you just never know. But you do know this. If you were to force a few turnovers, just like LSU did to Florida, it's anybody's ball game. Anybody's ball game, because Florida is going to score on Alabama. Alabama's not built like that on defense. Florida should be able to put up some points on Alabama as well. But, of course, Alabama's probably going to put up more points on Florida's defense than the other way around. So that would be the thing. Could you stop them with turnovers and stuff? All you had to do was treat that game like the other games that you needed. You can't get to the finish line. I remember thinking about when people were talking about when Fear Factor was out, and these guys would have to do a certain amount of stuff that was just absolutely nasty, right? Eating Madagascar cockroaches. Dudes eat like 15 of them, and then he got to get to 20, and did he like throw up or something like that? I'm like, damn, you came that far? Finish the job. Finish the job. That's going to be a huge learning lesson to me for Dan Mullen. I don't give a damn what the excuse that they're going to try to spin and say about Kyle Pitts and all this and that. If there's a will, there's a way. If he was warming up on the game, he clearly wanted to play. Just play the man. Play him. Play him. Don't disrespect people. You can't disrespect people in sports. The football guys are not going to have that shit. You can't. I don't care who it is. That shit, the universe is going to correct itself. That's disrespectful to not play your best players, right? I remember being in shit and playing in sports, right, and you would have some shit that everybody knows that you're good at and you won't do it. Your opponent would always say, stop playing with me, dog. They want you to bring your best shit. To me, it's disrespectful. LSU is like, stop playing with me. How you not going to play Kyle Pitts? And then, of course, your players are going to be like, well, we don't need Kyle Pitts. We can beat this team. We don't need the best player in college football. We can just beat them. So then they start playing around with their food. Can't play with your food in the damn SEC or college football in general. Football in general, sports in general. You gotta take everybody the same. I'm sorry. It does not matter. Anybody can be beat on any given Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, or whatever they're playing these games. So it is what it is on that front. So Marco Wilson. Now, I will say this. Like, if you've played the sport, there's not one single incident that causes anyone a football game. He was the straw that broke the camel's back, no doubt about that. He was definitely the straw that broke the camel's back. But think about all those missed opportunities. Think about some of the offensive play calling on Dan Mullen. Where were the screens? This is the best screen team to me in the game. These wide receiver tunnel screens and bubbles and everything like that, especially when they were on the goal line, I feel like it's damn near fail-proof when they've done it before. I feel like, I don't know, he wasn't in his bag in this particular game. He took them lightly, and it looked like it crept over into his play calling. But Marco Wilson, did he lose the game for them? He definitely contributed highly. He was a major contributor to that, right? He disallowed them to just get the ball back and try to win and try to score, right? No doubt about that. But all this shit leading up to that counts as well. Marco Wilson had a tough year. Not had a good year by any stretch of the imagination, and this is a contract money year for him to try to go to the NFL. I don't know where he goes from here. He's not had a good year, and to me, there are younger guys on Florida's roster that are probably capable of providing what he's providing, and they're younger. Maybe they're more athletic or whatever like that. But Marco is in his own head. He was pretty much community loving in that game, and that to me looked like a frustration play. Finally made a play, and then you're gonna make a boneheaded mistake like throwing a damn shoe down the field of the opposing player. Like that was gonna fly. This is what is he? I know he's in his 4th year on campus. So what is he, a redshirt junior or something like that? Come on, man. You got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. That's selfish. That's separating yourself from the team, right? Your problems are the team's problems. If you're getting beat like that, it's a team effort as well, right? Maybe they could be better on the pass rush, help you out or something like that. You can't separate yourself from the team and then make a selfish act like that when you make a play because you're frustrated with how shit is going for you. Come on, man. So that's the type of shit right there, man, that Florida needs to get over when they do finally get over the hump. So they can still make a statement by beating Alabama, but that statement can only go so far now because of them taking LSU lightly. Let me know if you guys think that they took LSU lightly, and what do you think about not playing Kyle Pitts when he was easily good enough for 3 points, right? He was good enough for at least a couple of touchdowns, right? They may have won comfortably with Kyle Pitts. I don't think they have anybody that can match up with him. I don't think nobody has anybody that can match up with him. And the guys were balling. Kadarius Toney jumping Jake Copeland. When Kyle Trask wasn't turning the ball over or whatever like that, a couple of those were a little, or at least one of those was kind of flukish, but he was still doing his thing. They were pushing the ball down the field. It wasn't as efficient. Kyle Pitts brings that efficiency to me. So let me know what you think about that, man. But it's a tough loss. So I'll maybe come back later in the week and try to look at the film on this one. But I don't know. It's probably best to just move on to Alabama content. So let me know what you think, though. But it's your boy, Murf the Underground King. Just want to get those thoughts out there, man. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, and peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.